Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Tuesday morning on March. Well, listen, we're 10 days away from the first day of spring, so we're getting ready to celebrate a momentous occasion in the outdoor world, the first day of spring. Looking at our weather, we're high today, it's 73, low 59, gonna be a nice day. Water temperature, I know we want to jump it up there, but it's still at 63.2, so it hasn't jumped up there yet. But we're gonna see some good video today of some nice Spanish mackerel jumping in the boat. Our river readings, take a look at our river readings, it's still high. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown, 24.4, and that's just really high. It's at what we call moderate flood stage. The Choctahatchee at Caryville, folks, it's reading a 13.1 this morning. It's really strong high, and but the big thing, I don't see a lot of rain forecast for the rest of the week, so that's going to help the Choctahatchee immensely. I have some pictures coming up later on, some area photos of Lake Seminole and the Apalachicola River. That's just really will amaze you when you look at it. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, and I do mean our tide chart. we do have it up today. So they have these down at C&G, and I just love them because it's produced by a local guy. Looking on today's date, we got it's sort of an odd situation. It's going to be a low this morning at 7:40, then it's coming in all day to 1:17, and then we got a little neap tide. But the rest of the week, pretty neapish. But Saturday looks good, and all of next week, some really strong tides. All of next week, if you want to go and start planning a good trip, it's going to be some really good tides. Marine forecast about southeast around 4 to 9. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I want to get started talking about our bass tournament we had Saturday morning. Remember, I had a young man on last week putting together this not-so-serious bass tournament, and they were hoping to get 10 boats. Folks, they ended up getting 23 boats out there up at High Point Landing at Deer Point. I was able to keep up with them Saturday morning when they came in. They were busy, because it's a little two-man crew, and James and Blake. But they did a really good job with it, and I'm gonna go and show you some results real quick. We won't spend a lot of time on it, but first, long in the sun, 12 pounds, at 23 boats. Here results: long and 12 pounds, 3 ounces. That ain't bad fishing for a couple hours. Scott Isabel second, Sage and Max third with 10 pounds. Fourth place, Adam Ellisor. Young Adam is a really good fisherman. He's a student up at Mosley. Chris Lynch, 10 pounds, and fifth place, Blake and Trey, at 9.9. And the lunker, Trent Buchanan caught a 5-pounder, and trash fish, Blake and Clarence. Okay, I'm just gonna run through. We got a couple of pictures. They sent some pictures of different people at the weigh-in. That's cool, isn't it? Saturday morning, not so serious bass fishing tournament. And got a lot of kids out there. That looks like old Matt Smith, don't it? Right there. Deer Point is looking good now, so good job, James Cottingham and Blake on putting that tournament together. Also, one of the things I've talked about, I want to show one big, this was from last week, I didn't get to show it, but here's Clarence Raffield. Folks, that's an 11-pounder. He sent this to me and then also picked it up. Clarence, congratulations on that. You don't see 11-pounders much anymore. This was last week, and he was tickled pink with it. I told him it's that Raffield name. It was saltwater, freshwater, it don't matter. They flat shore can catch 11-pounder. And Clarence was, you can imagine, excited about that. Hopefully he'll get a 11-pound mount for that. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. Welcome back. We're going to add a couple of names to our pickle jar. I was hoping our mystery tackle box would come in yesterday, but it didn't, so I'm expecting it today. So as soon as it comes in, I'm going to bring it down here. We're going to draw for the mystery tackle box. We're adding Larry Bowman from Greenhead and also Pam Bowman from Greenhead up on 77. I don't know if y'all realize that Greenhead got its name from all the mallards that used to be up in those sandhill ponds years ago. They were just just the old timers talked about just so many mallards all up in that area, and what they call the old timer greenheads, and that's how it's got its name. We're going to look at some pictures. I want to first talk about Lake Seminole. We showed you the river and how high it's been down on the lower end. Is of course the same way the upper end. And one of the pictures I want to show you. This is some area photographs, and this right here. We're looking at a Jim Woodruff Dam. Basically, the Lake Seminole and Apalachicola River are almost at the same height. Now, this is truly amazing to see this. It happens on occasion, but you can see, and then I got another picture of it too. Let's see, this one right here. Jackie Wingate sent this, and Jerry Isler of Seminole County flew over and took this. This is looking sort of the other way, looking from west to east, and you can see the turbulence and how much water, but it's not. It's just fascinating to me seeing you can't do anything down there, but you just got to understand how we had floods and all over the years, and not many. We don't have many dam breaks anymore. One with the Lake Talcon Dam did break a while back, but I just want on that flood water out there. That's why you get your moderate flood and floods from this situation right here. Floods themselves aren't bad. It's a typical natural flow of things when that happens, and when a lot of times when the water goes out into the way back up in the swamp, and it gets in there, what it does, the fish go up there and they feed, and what happens with the insects and all, those insects, they just don't have where to go, and they just sort of are floating and all, and those fish just come eat on the worms, the grasshoppers, all that. A lot of times those little grasshoppers think they're safe because they're on a little island, and then it comes rising, they try to get off the island, but there's water behind them, and they don't know that. So that's what happens to the grasshoppers. We've got all kinds of stories about that. I got a few more pictures I want to show you. Let's take a look at these. Let me see. I ran across this. Prisoners get 2 hours of sunshine and fresh air each day. Most children get less than one. Now that's something to think about, isn't it? Do you see this kind of stuff anymore? Well, nobody wants to do it in their yard because they're afraid somebody will fall and a lawyer come up and sue them. But there were a lot of kids had a lot of fun on stuff like this. So I would love to see. I know y'all would too. See some stuff like this. I'm gonna get up with Harris. Harris, one of my former students. He's building him a boat now in his garage, and I'm gonna run by one night this week and take some video of it. I just love the idea of a young man building his own boat. Got the frame and all, and I'm gonna run by. I may go by his house tonight and see them. And I'm going to film this, but I'm really proud of Harris Marshall. Coming up now, the Southeastern Dog Hunters Association Bass Tournament, April the 4th, Carpenter's Pond, and let's see. There's the phone numbers up in the top right-hand corner right here. Radar and Jeremy's phone number, top right-hand corner, Saturday, April the 4th. First place, $1,000. That's good one right there. Our photographer friend up there in North Alabama, Tess Randall Jolly. Now, isn't this cool? Is that not just some great photography there? You can see the details on it. And she mentioned this herself, and she sits for hours, days on end. And she said right here, read at the top, for whatever reason, face-on opportunity. That's when the turkey's looking right at you face-on. They just don't present themselves very often. You just don't see this from turkeys. So they're zooming in and zooming out. And it's a great situation there to look at that. I just love that picture there. And you can see why Benjamin Franklin wanted this as our national bird, because it's so majestic. But the eagle took precedence over it. And not to be outdone, our local photographer, Tom Gurley, taking some bird pictures at the state park. I thought this was cool because this is 5 different, in the same state park, okay? Had those bluebills in the top left-hand corner. And those are fun to look at. We used to hunt them, and you just can't eat them. They just don't taste good. But so we just look at them now. Then top right-hand corner, you got some red. Look at the cardinals and the marsh hens, and that's some great job, Tom Gurley. Thanks for sharing those things with us. One more. I'm gonna show these all year. This is a deer blind made out of garage doors. Is that not? We keep thinking, what are they going to think of next? This is a garage door deer blind. Okay, I've shown this one. Okay, let me see. I had got a couple more pictures. Okay, that was it. The story on I wanted to. We got a couple of minutes. I wanted to, before when you're looking back on a not so serious bass fishing tournament, I was thinking about the advantages of it. And there's a great story that Blake put in here. I want to go and share this with you because this is what it's all about right here. I'm going to read this story to you. This is what it's all about. I'm glad several people brought kids with them. Rhett's dad is in the National Guard and not able to take him a lot, so we're glad he got the opportunity to come and fish today. Shout out to Brandon Mahan for bringing him along to fish. So this guy, his dad's in the National Guard. He wanted to fish it, and so here Brandon takes him out. Here's a series of pictures from that situation. And they're just fishing off the shore there, and look at here. Look, he's down there. And I'm going to show you something. He ends up, look at there. End up catching a nice fish. This is what I'm talking about, taking people fishing and all. Taking different ones. You got to weigh it in. And I'm just real proud of that not so serious bass fishing tournament. And one more picture. He's tickled. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, let's go ahead. We're going to start setting up our video. Let's look at a fishing game time today first, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. Don't forget their tent sale is coming up in about 2 weeks. So we're going to have them over. That tent sale is just huge. We talk about it every year. But there are fishing game times today, 1:29 to 3:29, and this afternoon, 1:56 to 3:56. So what we're getting into now, everybody asks, you've heard about the Spanish, you've heard about the Spanish, and the old hard time fishing. We'll talk about this. I talked about it last week. I'm going to talk about it next week. That third fog in March. We haven't had it. We've had 2 fogs as far as I've counted, but the third fog, if we get a fog this week, that will be the third fog of March. So we're looking forward to that. But once they get here, let's go and talk about when they get here. What you need to do is get your boat in the water when they're here. And you understand what I'm talking about. You can't wait till I'm going to try to go next week and all. Just go and get in the water. This is what, on this video coming up, this is exactly what I did. I got a call, Coach, the Spanish are here. So I said, we're going. So we just put the boat in the water, and you can see the result of it. I actually had to change my plans, had something planned, but if the weather's permitting and looking outside and the weather's permitting, get your boat in the water. And you'll see in this situation here, they were all over the place. And this is a great time to try some new things. Trolling, what I did was a real simple, basic Spanish fishing 101. But it's a great time when they're this thick. If you want to do some fly fishing, it's a great time when they're this thick to do some fly fishing. The only problem, you got to do it like early before people get out there, because a lot of boats going around and sort of spooks them and they go down. But when they're up on top of the water, and you see it in this video, they're going to be really strong. So it's a good time to do it. So we're going to take a break and then come back and take a look at this video. All right, folks, we're coming after some Spanish today, but just to let you know, a lot of other folks know about the Spanish. Look at all these boats out here. Now you're facing, that's the Grand Lagoon that way, then panning on around. There's a pass. And you can see all the boats right here. We're at the point, and back behind us is Beach Drive, but we're about to put out and sort of jump right here in the middle of all these folks and hopefully catch a fish. Folks, they're all kind of, can y'all see this action here? Look at these Spanish. This place, I know it looks like a scene out of the movie Jaws, but look, I want you to look. Look at this right here. Folks, look at this. This is my first cast. I took the weight off. Look here. 1, 2. Look here. 4 for 4. 4 for 4. That ain't bad now. Look at that. All right, I think they're gonna measure. We're going to measure them. I think we're gonna. All right, look. I just put. This is just what it's feeding on right here. Okay, a little glass man. I just want to hit these silver spoons. See the resemblance right here between the silver spoon and that little bait there. He just spit that up. Okay. All right, look at them striking out here. All right, got this on top of the water. Okay, what do you want to look for now? Look at the birds and look at all the water breaking up here. And we're going through these schools just like this. We're just going back and forth. They're popping up. They're all over the place, folks. This is a lot of fun catching these Spanish mackerel now. There, look at them. If you don't get excited about this, and I don't know, you stay home and watch TV more. Okay, I'm going to just stay on the outside of this one. Folks, I'm catching this on the snapper rod. Anyway, I had this one a little too far back. It's about 100 yards back there, I think. One thing about it, you don't lose them too much. They stay hooked pretty good. For some reason, most of the fishermen are left out of here. I don't know why, because they've left the fish. Fish are still here. Well, I was just talking about you don't lose very many. I just lost one. This one got them up. How about this green buoy? That's cool. There's a family over there catching. Mom, dad, and kid. Everybody's catching Spanish.
We got a little one in training.
Yeah.
That's great. We got her on film. I didn't know that was y'all to start with. Folks, that's Brooke and Jim Lloyd. Brooke is a principal at Patrones Elementary, and she loves fishing.
You love fishing, don't you?
I just made a statement a while ago and said there's a family there with mom, dad, and my child. I had no idea it was y'all.
Isn't that funny? She just turned, she's 6.
Yeah. I have this on Monday.
Oh, that's fun, Misty. That'll be good.
Look, see them splashing. Look at there. Is that beautiful? Look at that in water. Three and four at a time. Okay, I'm gonna show you the size of these little, what I call glass minnows that they're eating on down here. One of them just spit up this minute. Look, he just bit that one. That was chewed up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But look at the size. That's my fingernail there. Not much bigger than a fingernail. 2 fingernails. 3 fingernails. All right, and they're bloody. That's all right though. All right, whoa, slow down. Both of them on. All right, got him. We got both poles. Folks, that's a record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at there. Is that on? Oh, we had 5. How was he even hooked on there? Okay, well, yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them in the ice there, baby. Folks, you don't get excited about this. I don't know what's wrong with you. This is unreal. Beautiful day. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. We couldn't come out early because it was real foggy. So we just waited about 9 o'clock, 9:30, and came on out. But you can see a lot of folks out here having a great time. There's the paper mill back there. You can see where we are. Okay, this is right here. The mouth of Grand Lagoon to our right. Straight out there is a pass. That's Grand Lagoon, so you see exactly where we are, right off this point right here. Mark the houses, red roof house, brown roof house, white roof house. Okay, everybody knows where we are. No secrets on Panhandle Outdoors. Everybody's having a ball, including my wife and I. One of the things I was going to show you, I put a little piece of lead. Let's go and get this one off. And I want to show you the difference. This is a nice one here. Now, folks, I want to look at this spoon right here. This is Captain Joe. That's a Captain Joe spoon. See how it flakes up? I like that better than a Clark spoon. See all the sparks in it? I'm gonna get more spoon hits on this Captain Joe spoon. I'll show you on the show what I'm talking about. Okay? Okay, above the swivel here now, I've got a small piece of lead. The other one we're trolling with is just bare. It's just trolling freelance, and this is a small half-ounce here. And this is a little bit deeper, but we really can't tell the difference. We catch them on both of them, but I just want to show you the rig above the mackerel tree here. Okay? out of a pontoon boat, folks. Folks, is that unreal? Look at them jumping. They're trying to jump in the boat. Look at them. There goes the rod. Look at it. Even the helicopter coming over. She caught three. She caught three. I don't think it matters what color. Check this out, folks. On a jet ski, they're trolling. Look at here. Look how plentiful they are. They're catching them on a jet ski. I want to show you a close-up. Ow! I want to show you a close-up on the teeth. Okay? Look how sharp they are. Now these are little baby teeth right here. So you can imagine putting your finger in there. Again, I'm talking about this spoon by Captain Joe, that glitter. I'm catching 2 to 1 Spanish off this glitter spoon right here than a regular Clark spoon. Okay. We're gonna wrap it up. We got a limit. We're throwing quite a few back. We're gonna take some into some needy families and feed them today. So we had a great time on the water. It's just my wife and I, and Gail caught a lot, and we caught a lot. This is great, folks. This is great to live here in Panhandle. Winston Chester, Panhandle Outdoors, catching them Spanish.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.